about to happen. So this talk is going to be about how technology has changed sex. I hope you all know what sex is, because I'm not going to tell you. Technology, however, is a more nebulous kind of thing. It's not a thing going into a hole. It's more like a tool that changes everything. It is literally an encapsulation of change, a physical object that enables you to change everything. And so the first thing we changed was we made fire, then we made the wheel, and then we said, let's change ourselves. So we made makeup out of things like lead ore, copper ore, bugs, poop, and then we decided to burn all that and smash it together with a pointy stick and make tattoos out of it. And then we were like, actually earlier than that, screw it, let's poke holes in our faces. And tens of thousands of years before that, we were like, let's put things in our bodies that look like other things that may not be around right now. So, jump a few thousand years ahead of that, you have our first chance at representational pornography. Basically, that should have been crossed out. First time people could print smut and pass it out to the native man. Then you have cowboys. You know the story of the cowboy paying more for a picture of a naked woman than the actual naked woman? It's because they couldn't give you herpes and they didn't have a use expiration. You used as much as you wanted to. Then you had film. Early film pioneers would shoot their test reels of women taking their clothes off because they could then put those test reels at little dime scrolling machines on the curb, and kids would get their jollies off. This is supposed to be a picture of a VHS porn tape from the 80s. It is not, because I used the GIF. Oh, hey! VHS took over from Betamax the better format because it was cheaper and because the burgeoning porn industry decided to use it over Betamax. And then you got the internet, which is basically, porn is seriously a click away, like wherever you are, Reddit, click away. Facebook, click away. Porn is everywhere. And why is that maybe a problem? Because, like all things that are sold to you, it's consumeristic. The problem is that it's not selling you real sex, it's selling you the notion of sex. It's selling you the expectation of sex. It's selling you something that you think sex is supposed to be. And it also has a bit of an arms race built into it. So you see your first porn, and it's just vanilla missionary sex. And then you jump 5 years in the future, and you're seeing bukkake, and I swear to God this is a real thing, the ass milkshake. And why does that, it's porn. So who cares? It's because the problem is porn is readily accessible. It's everywhere these days. And so the more you see of it, the less it impacts you. What happens when suddenly you didn't know what a blowjob was, and now you see blowjob one click away on the internet? Well, you start to give oral sex. 40, 50 years ago, it was grounds for divorce. It was oral sodomy. You had oral sodomy, you could have divorce, no problem. Now, 80% of all teenagers are doing that before they graduate high school. And why is that maybe a bad thing? Because diseases that were normally down here are now up here. HPV causes throat and neck cancers, syphilis in your throat, that is a real thing, and they don't make condoms that are good to go down on. Anal sex is really the big one that's grown. 20 years ago, maybe 60% of the population. Now it's over 50% of the population fess up to having sex. This stat, by the way, is really weird. Talk to me about it later. And why is anal sex maybe not the best thing for uneducated people to be having? Because mucous membranes in the anal tissue are very sensitive, much higher rate of STI transmission, and if you are a technical virgin having butt sex, odds are he's not. Porn has never since its inception been real sex. You don't act like you're drilling for oil at the back of a woman's throat when she's going down on you, but you do with porn. And people see porn before they actually have sex. So, 3 bottom lines of this. First, your sex is your sex. Do not let a consumeristic culture tell you the kind of sex you should be having. Experimentation is fine, but never expect something that your partner doesn't want to give. Second, protection doesn't say static. Just because you were taught in the 80s and 90s to use a condom doesn't mean a condom is all you need to do these days. If you're going down on somebody, odds are they have HPV, use a condom. The answer sucks. Sorry. And lastly, the future is going to fuck you. I'm sorry. In 15 years, we've completely changed sexuality. In 5 years, you'll change it again. Think you want it bad? Try putting your penis in it 5 months. You'll be doing it.